Hello, friends, and welcome back to VHS. I'm your host, Jesse, and today, yes, I have gone to see the F1 movie. The F1 the movie, also known as Top Gun in race cars. That already happened? Days of Thunder? Fine. But this movie, F1 the movie, is like Days of Thunder in race car. Days of Thunder was in race cars. This is Days of Thunder in other race cars with Brad Pitt. All right, we're going to keep this nice and brief. No spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers. That's a promise from me to you. I wrote down a couple questions before I went to see the movie. I'm now going to ask myself those questions by way of explaining my opinion and experience of the film. First question up here on the list, is it good? That's a nice place to start. It is good. It is good. It is a completely competently made Hollywood. Action is maybe a loose term, but action movie. We can call it an action movie. Racing is action, right? You've got Brad Pitt. You've got fast-moving cars, very loud soundtrack. Hans Zimmer is going ham on the score. It is hilarious how fast-paced and manic Hans Zimmer makes the score in this movie. And so, yeah, it's fun. It does what it says it's going to do. Does that make sense? Mostly what we're getting from Hollywood these days, and I'm talking about mainstream big studio Hollywood, are less movie experiences and more roller coaster experiences that just don't go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? And this is definitely that. It delivers the big spectacle. Which leads me to the second question, is it worth seeing in the theater? This is a big question for me all the time. I got kids, you know, I'm raising a family. I'm not trying to spend my money to see every dumb movie that comes out in the theater. So I'm trying to be a little more discerning. When is it worth forking out the cash and going to sit among the rest of humanity to enjoy a film? I would tell you, F1 might be one of those experiences where it is absolutely worth going to see it in the theater, because if you don't, even on your good home speakers, you're going to be distracted. The lights are going to be on. You know how you do. I'm worried that this movie is going to fall flat on you in home video because it is just the same kind of roller coaster ride we've been experiencing now for 30, 40 years. In the theater, if you go IMAX, my AMC near me charged me extra money for prime sound, whatever that was. You'll at least get the booming, shaking experience of the races, the cars being that big. It makes sense. Brad's smile being that big, all those things. That makes sense. And the impact comes from the size and the sound of the screen, right? Make no mistake, F1 the movie is propaganda, or a sales tool if you want to be nice, to get you who don't watch Drive to Survive, who don't obsessively watch the races like I do and some other people, to start falling in love with it. To see the excitement. And it's not just people driving in a circle, it's way more than that. And you can get behind that. And then maybe you'll start watching their Netflix series. And then maybe you'll spend way too much money to go see a race. That's what they're hoping. And you need to go see it on the big screen for those sales tools to really work on you. I think by the time you get to home, you're going to be like, yeah, that is nice. Brad Pitt's just driving that car. Look at that young man over there is on his team. They have a conflict. But it's just going to wash over. See it in the theater. Is Brad Pitt still Brad Pitt? I don't know what choice he has, but I think I know what I meant by that question. Is it still working? Is the Brad charm still working on us? Of course it is. What do you want? Like, the guy is charm. He's cool, American, semi-surfer, semi-cowboy charm. And he brings that. But let's talk about what we're doing here. Remember, F1 the movie is a marketing tool. They don't want to make a sort of unique, weird, interesting story that's very compelling. They want to make the reassuring, you've seen this before, 3-act structure, you know how it's going to go. Don't worry about it, because they don't want you worried or distracted. They want you reassured by what you're seeing. This is good. I do like this. I would like to spend too much money going to see one of these in person. That's why you get Brad. Brad reassures you. Is Brad getting a little long in the tooth these days? Getting a little into his old man Brad face? Yeah, he is, but that's okay. He's still got the one move. And this is honestly the rest of Brad's acting career. He's gotten to the place where he can just do the Brad face. You know the face. It's not my face, but you know that face. Where he just does that little half grin of like, huh. We're gonna do that a few more times. That's all he does in movies anymore. But it means everything. It could mean you're too corporate for my cool school style. It could mean I'm actually really sad and damaged inside, but I can't say it. It could mean, oh, I'm really thinking about making out with you, lady. It can mean all those things. And it's the same. So fine. It means all that to us, but he's earned that over the past 30, 40 years of acting, where we've seen that face and it has reassured us, yes, I am compelled by this character and the movie that I'm watching. I feel good. That's why you get Brad. Because if you get Javier Bardem, different effect. Javier plays the team owner. He's awesome. Him and Brad are like racing buddies from back in the day. There's a lot to that story. Javier Bardem walks on screen and you go, anything can happen. He's handsome and dangerous. He's all those things at once. Interesting. So that's why he's not the star. The star is Brad, because he's reassuring and it makes you think, I do want to have this experience. I think. Next question, who the heck is Damson Idris? I hope I'm saying that name right. Damson Idris is the name of the young actor who plays Brad's racing teammate, the young guy on the team at Apex. And he's awesome. This kid is good. British kid. Smooth. Honestly, you know what I was thinking even partway through the movie, and as I was driving home, this kept popping into my head. Did you guys see Gran Turismo several months ago, last year, whenever that was? Damson Idris plays a much more realistic, more thoroughly drawn, more nuanced, and much better acted character performance than anyone in Gran Turismo. But he's like one of those guys. He could have been in the background of that Gran Turismo movie, walked right into this one and just said, oh, this is more realistic. I'm going to actually act like a real person. And he does a great job. I want his character to win a lot of races, and I want him to win a lot more roles. Do you like how I did that? I just ad-libbed that. You're welcome. Last big question for me, as an F1 fan and a fan of Netflix's Drive to Survive, what do we want here? The F1 movie or Drive to Survive as the tool to get you to fall in love with F1 if you don't already. They made the F1 movie because big movies are simple to communicate, they're super emotional, and they get their hooks in you. But I have to say, after going through this experience, if you want to get into F1, if you want to understand really what is so exciting about it and what there is to really love and get your obsessive hooks into this sport around, Drive to Survive is the way to go. I'll give you an example. This is not a spoiler, but there's a character played by Tobias Menzies, who you know from Offlander, Unlander, the Scottish sex time travel thing, Outlander. You're back, I'm back. Tobias Menzies at some point makes a joke about how he doesn't really know anything about cars, but he's binged all of Drive to Survive, so now he knows way more about tires than he ever thought he would. And it's played for a joke. It's like, this guy doesn't really know what he's talking about. He thinks you can just watch the TV show and then you know stuff. But my argument would be, that's actually a real thing that happens. When you watch Drive to Survive, you learn about all of the parts of a race weekend. The practice, the qualifying. They literally show no qualifying in this movie. Brad Pitt just walks in and goes, what is it, Sunday race day? I guess I'm getting in the car. There's no qualifying. But Drive to Survive shows you how practice, tire degradation, all of these things are incredibly important to the whole weekend and actually deepen your love and excitement of the sport, because each one of these little factors can be accumulating the stakes and the interest for each driver or team over a race weekend. F1 is absolutely like the highlight best of CD for the rock band that has had, a 100-year career as F1. Well, you can take their greatest hit CD and you can kind of get the sound and you can go, oh yeah, I get it. I like it. That's what they do. But you don't know the deep cuts. And it's the deep cuts that make you appreciate hearing those hits for the 9 millionth time. That you're so tired of it, but it's part of a much bigger collection of art. And it's all very exciting. So that being said, if you have not seen Drive to Survive and you went to see the F1 movie and you think, great, great. I'm in. I'm on board. Fine. But if you saw the F1 movie and you walked out going, how is anyone supposed to really understand the sport? It's just, he shows up, he races, he leaves, and it's fun. Drive to Survive will fill in all those gaps and really actually show you the human drama of all those racers, all those guys that you see in the background of this movie, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, who's also a producer, hilariously. So you will, in Drive to Survive, really hear them talk and hear their struggles, all the things that you get out of Damson Idris and Brad Pitt in the movie. You get all that real human drama, their fear of being fired constantly. Do you know what I mean? So that even one free practice session that's not worth any points can feel like a make or break moment. You don't get anything like that in F1 the movie. You can't. Even in a 2 hour and 40-minute movie, they ain't got time for one qualifying session. So there you go. If you really want to learn about F1 and you want to learn to love it, Drive to Survive on Netflix is the way. That being said, F1 the movie, nice little gateway drug to get you started. And there you have my quick review of F1 the movie, totally spoiler-free. I hope you got something out of this that makes you a little bit excited to see it if you were on the fence. And like I said earlier, I highly recommend catching this one in the theater so you get that full experience. Don't let this one slip by too fast. I think the way we're making movies in Hollywood these days, we do this opening weekend stuff, and then we're not even talking about the movie after it's been out for 3 days because we're worried about the next thing, Superman, whatever that's coming out. This one will slip by if we don't give it the time of day. So if you have any interest, you will get the experience you're paying for. And this is one of the few movies, Superman will be one too, that makes you feel like the money in the theater was well spent. And if you don't, and you see it on home video, and you're a little nonplussed, I told you, dog. So anyway, I hope you check it out. I hope you let me know in the comments if you loved it, if you hated it, if you have questions about F1, I can point you in the right direction. So come check it out with us. Come talk more movies with us here on VHS. We're having fun and we're getting into the summertime, man. There is so much more coming and we're going to be here for all of it. Thanks for coming. Check out the rest of our videos. Like the channel, subscribe. Like the channel? You can only like a video, Jesse. But you can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of what it is we do here. Come on back and see us next time. And until then, we live here, only on VHS. Hey, Craig, vroom, vroom.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, and please like and subscribe. Check out more of our videos. Leave a comment. Or don't. You do you.